you ready? I said, are you ready for Let's Talk WoHawkin? And now, here are our hosts, Beth and Zach.
What's going on, Hockey World? It's your girl, Beth, joined, as always, by my dude, Zach, for the 20th episode of Let's Talk WoHawkin. Also, the Season 1 finale. You have joined us on the road to the end of Season 1, so we are here to wrap it up before this guy over here moves into his house. So, how are you doing, buddy?
I am extremely tired.
Same.
This is going to be an episode. For context, I had to go to I had to go to work yesterday. So I had to work a 12-hour shift in like 90-something degree weather, and then got home at like 7. Then by like 8:30, like me, you, a bunch of our friends,
the hockey crew
got on to Among Us, and I think we played for 8 hours straight.
So you left at 4. We continued on till like 4:45 a.m.
Yeah, I fell asleep at 4:30, which I got up at 4:30 the day before. So I was up for 24 hours straight. Mm-hmm. Worked a 12-hour shift. Got up today at 10:30. Decisions were made. I don't regret them, but I've been tired all day.
Choices were made. We played till like 4:30, 4:45. And then I was like, okay, I'm going to try to stay up. Because if I can stay up until the sun comes up, then I'll be able to rally through the rest of the day and just like energy drink it. And at about 6 o'clock, I was fading fast and the sun was not up. So I went and laid down in bed. And then I woke up at 8:30.
Oh my gosh.
And I was like, okay, I do eventually need to get up because the cable company was coming today for a whole bunch of shenanigans. But they were coming today. My appointment was from 10 to 12. So I'm just like laying there. And then I looked at my phone and I had a notification that there was a person at my front door. And the cable guy showed up half an hour early.
Oh my gosh.
Which is great. Like that never happens. I probably should go buy like all the lottery tickets.
Right.
Because that never happens.
Well, if you win, if you win enough money, share with your good friend Zach so we can both retire.
Look, if I won the lottery, like if I was the single winner of the lottery, the people that I care about the most would be blessed. Like there would be gifts given. Yeah. I mean, obviously I can't name a monetary amount because I don't know what the amount of money would be. It would obviously be based on the amount of money. My best friend, she's basically my sister. Her name's Kristen. She lives in California. And when the Mega Millions was at like $1 whatever billion, I was like, if I win, I'll buy you guys a house.
There you go.
She lives in California though. So I was like, I'll just give you like $400,000 for a house. She was like, yeah, about that. I was like, okay, so it's a great down payment for a house.
A down payment and then some.
Yeah, like if I won the lottery, I'd probably like give you a chunk of change to put down on your house so that you had a more reasonable mortgage payment.
Yeah.
I would no longer live in this house. I would get a different house because I want like an epic garage plus gym. And
plus you want to be plus you change the scenery.
Yes. Like I love this house, don't get me wrong. But if I won the lottery, like I don't want an opulent mansion. Like I don't want anything crazy. But I need at least a 3-car garage because my mom is when my mom retires, she's moving in with me. Right. So I want at least a 3-car garage because we both need a space for our car and then we need a place for the garage gym.
Right.
And I want, as I call it, a human terrarium, which is the indoor pool with like the glass ceiling.
Of course.
Because that's what it is. It's a human terrarium. Like it's basically a giant turtle tank, but for people.
Yeah, that's what we have when we lived in Florida too.
I want a human terrarium with like the infinity pools where you can just like swim laps.
Yeah.
And then like a screened in outdoor pool for recreational purposes.
Where's the hockey rink and all this?
The hockey rink will be purchased. I will own one.
Gotcha.
And I decided unselfishly that it should be 4 sheets so that I can have one all to myself.
Of course.
And then have one dedicated only to girls and women's hockey.
Of course.
and then free for all on the other two.
I got you.
So like most likely like the other two, one would be like just for hockey and the other would be for like public sessions and figure skating.
Right.
Because those both tear ice up. So
yeah,
just,
yeah.
Small plans,
just a little bit.
Yeah. So,
but playing Among Us last night was so great.
I'm running on like 90 minutes of sleep, essentially, like maybe 2 hours.
I'm running on 6, but that's coupled with 24 hours up straight.
Yeah, I was up for like 23 because I got up at 7 yesterday.
Yeah, like even though I got 6 consecutive hours, it's not enough for when your body's been up for 24 straight. It's like you almost need about like, I wouldn't say half that time, but enough to where it's like not 12 hours, but at least enough to where like you're kind of more near like 10. If it was like 10 or 11, that'd be one thing, but.
Oof. So I have a Whoop and I didn't check my app all day on purpose.
Oh gosh.
My recovery was 35%.
Oof.
And I got 2 hours and 15 minutes of sleep.
That's not good, Bob.
No, it's not, which is why I didn't go to the gym today because we make smart decisions and that would have been a very bad decision. And my strain is 9.1 and I have been the laziest of humans today. So that's exceedingly high for.
So basically, if you went, you really would have done
I would have died.
Damage.
Most likely, I would have died. Death.
Yeah, there might have been some tears and tears and all that stuff.
Nothing good would have come from going to the gym today. So
yeah. Oh, so good news. Friend of the show, Emily Castellani was recently on the new Central Michigan download.
The podcast.
Yeah, the podcast. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So CMU's hockey group. They do like the D3 team and then of course the women's team. So Emily was on episode 2. Haven't listened to it yet, but it is on my rotation of podcasts to listen to. But I wanted to shout out CMU and a friend of the show, Emily Castellani, for being on that recent episode.
That is absolutely fantastic, and I hope because did you get the package I sent you?
Still no, still waiting on it.
How is everyone except you?
I don't know. I'm curious. I'm curious if the mail person.
I'm curious how the 2 packages got to Colorado from Florida, but the 1 package to South Carolina from Florida has not yet arrived.
I hope I give you the right address, or hopefully the mail person didn't just lose it.
Oh boy.
That would be awful.
We'll
figure it out.
We'll figure it out. It'll come. I know it will.
Yeah. Yeah, no, we'll figure it out. But also, CMU's schedule also came out recently.
I did see that.
I am a home and home at Michigan. So Michigan State home and home to start the season October 1st. That's going to be fun. And then back-to-back roadies, 2 games each. Loyola Chicago and Notre Dame.
Ooh.
So, yeah, that's going to be exciting. I don't know how many days we're away from October 1st, but
not close enough.
It's not close enough, but no, it's really exciting to see that we actually got some schedules now.
Yeah,
they're coming out.
I've been on the lookout for the Indiana Tech schedule yet. I haven't seen it yet. So I'm excited to put some dates in some calendars and see what's happening. But I do want to do kind of a fun thing because it's our last episode. And I saw a thing on Instagram and it was posted by Bar Down and they have some great content. Like I know they're not a belly up page, but they post some great hockey stuff. Like they really do. It always makes me laugh.
Yeah.
But they posted this thing and it was a who would you choose?
Right.
Individual lines plus attendee from all of the Canadian provinces and then like the Atlantic Canadian provinces are all bunched into one because they're small. Not a lot of people are from them. Yeah. So
it kind of sounds like what me and Bailey did on Searchcast.
Yeah, but this was not curated by us. This was curated by another publication. And
I thought the coincidence was just funny, but yeah.
Yeah. So this is Team Atlantic Canada.
Oh, okay.
We've got Brad Marchand, Sidney Crosby, Nate McKinnon, McInnes, Dobson, Allen.
Yeah, because Crosby and McKinnon.
Awful.
No, and they're where are they from again? I know it's not Thunder.
Cole Harbour.
That's right.
Nova Scotia.
Okay. Yeah. I like the
Sid, Nate, if you're listening, I'm so sorry. We don't know where you're from.
Plus, we're both really tired. Just give us a break.
Yeah,
here.
we're both struggling. Like,
even our hockey group is struggling today. Like everyone basically went out and got food because they didn't want to cook tonight.
I woke up this morning. The cable guy was at the door by the time I got out of bed. I didn't eat until like almost 2:00 this afternoon, and I was sitting like trying to figure out why I was grumpy. And then I was like, oh, it's because I haven't eaten.
It took me about 3 hours to wake up. I was also grumpy then too. Then once I had lunch, I felt better afterwards. I'm like, I just needed food. But no, we got some salads from Zaxby's for dinner tonight. Oh my gosh.
Love it.
The fried chicken with the blue cheese sauce in it with the bacon.
See, I like to customize my salad. And I get the house salad, but I get it with grilled chicken with blackened seasoning on it.
Oh, that sounds good, actually.
With the light vinaigrette dressing, and it is chef's kiss. Like,
hey, Zaxby's, if you're listening, sponsor the podcast.
Seriously, we love you.
Yeah. I mean, Zaxby's. It just makes sense.
It does make sense. Speaking of sponsors, I'm so sorry, guys. We are tired. This podcast is brought to you by In the Clutch Apparel and our friends at Level Up Snacks. So, pardon me, we're not at that part yet, sir. We're not there yet.
I'm not.
So this is Team Atlantic Canada, obviously comprised of the 4 smaller Atlantic provinces in Canada. Honorable mentions: Danny Grant, Brad Richards, Adam McQuaid. So then we come.
Wait. Well, let's go back to the. So I really kind of like how they have. It's an interesting group that they have in this one. Like,
oh, it gets more interesting.
McInnes and Dobson, I wonder if there's any other defenseman that would be a little bit better, but I guess because it's Atlantic Canada, it's kind of tough to narrow down a list like this. But honestly, that's even with that.
It's not a bad line.
With that forward core, Marchand, Crosby, and McKinnon, and then you have Al McInnes. That's a great solid 4. Dobson, maybe-ish. Jake Allen, it's a little tough, but honestly, that scoring power would be it does
be lethal.
It would be lethal, especially with Al McInnes' slap
Maybe
shot.
One day in international competition, we'll get to see Nate and Sid on a line together. But
or you can go and play NHL 22 and just have.
It's true. Just put them on your hut team. It's fine.
Yeah.
So then we moved to Team Quebec. Remember last night when I told you that I had a hot take? This is where the hot take exists. So this line, this is just like amazing. We've got Guy Lafleur, Mario Lemieux, Rocket Richard, Ray Bourque, Chris Letang, Martin Brodeur. Honorable mentions: Marcel Dion, Luc Robitaille, and Patrick Waugh. So here comes my hot take. I would put Waugh in.
That's not really a hot take. I put Waugh in too. Like Brodeur was.
He was great, but
it was his defense that really made him like. Yeah, I'm dying on this hill that Brodeur is good. He was a great goalie, but it was his defense that really helped him out. Like if you look at Patrick Waugh, he did have some
on his head.
Yeah, he had some decent defense, but he had to stand on his head a lot. So
even the game where he basically told the Canadians, like, I'm never playing another game in your uniform. Even though he got just decimated,
that wasn't on him.
Still standing on his head for most of that game before he pulled himself.
It wasn't really him, though. It was the fact that his defense just wasn't there that night, and his coach kind of just whatever. Here, and that's like with this honorable mention, like that's so tough to have Marcel Dion and Luc Robitaille as your honorable mentions. Like on any, like that would be those two on the line would be fantastic. But then you look at like, you have Guy Lafleur and Rocket Richard and Mario Lemieux. You're not touching that forward unit.
You're not touching the puck if this is your forward. If this is your top 3, like Team Quebec just got the puck. Like, sorry guys.
And then you got Borky, playing defense. Chris Letang is a good pick. I'm curious to see what other defensemen from Quebec might top this list, though, because I feel like there's probably another legit D-man that could probably take Letang's spot, but
yeah, Patty Waugh for Martin Brodeur. I mean,
easily.
Marty, you're a great dude. Chirping your kid's really fun when he comes to play in Jacksonville.
Yeah,
but no, thank you.
That I'm still like at awe of that forward unit with Ray Bork. Like, my gosh,
I know it's insane.
Yeah,
it's gonna get better here. So now we've got Team Ontario.
Looking at the honorable mentions, I'm like, oh my gosh, there's no way they actually look at the Team Ontario. You're like, bruh.
Yeah. So
oh my
we've
gosh,
got Connor McDavid, Wayne Gretzky, Eric Lindros, Bobby Orr, Paul Coffey, Curtis Joseph, with honorable mentions of Brett Hull, Ron Francis, and Mitch Marner. Like, this is another forward core where it's like, does anyone even pass the puck on this line? Or like, if you win the face-off, you're skating it in and like done, son.
Well, and then do you really want to get just absolutely trained by Eric Lindros, because he'll absolutely deck you?
Yeah.
And the fact
like Cujo's in net. Come on, guys.
Yeah, Cujo's in net, but Eric Lindros is a right winger. McDavid is a left wing. And you put the great one in the middle. But then you have Bobby Orr and Paul Coffey. Like, who's touching that?
Yeah. We all know like hockey is Canada's sport, but it's stupid how good these individual lines from each province are. Like,
well, here's the crazy part. Like, the D-core, that's all offense. Like, that's Bobby Orr and Paul Coffey are known for their offense.
I know.
So you're telling me that you have not just the firepower of your forward line,
but you've got those two.
Yeah, like you have 97, 99, and 88. No one under 80 is on your forward line. You have a bunch of high numbers. But then you got Orr and Coffey. This team's at least going to be scoring at least 8-9 goals a game tops.
Minimum 8
minimum, and they might give up like maybe 2-3 a game.
And Cujo's going to be sitting on top of the net like his fluffy pillow legs just dangling, just waiting.
Yeah, like, my gosh, that's so ridiculous.
Yeah. Then we move over to Team Manitoba, where got a couple familiar faces here for our Hawks fans. We've got Jonathan Taves, Clark and Leach, Dunks, Patrick and Sawchuk, with honorable mentions of another familiar face as well. We've got Butch Goring, Mr. Patrick Sharp, and Mark Stone. So
is that Bobby Clark or Wendell Clark at 16? I'm guessing Wendell.
I'm guessing Wendell. Let's see. To the Google. Again, guys, sorry, we're tired. Not Wendell Clark. Wendell wore 17.
Well, is Wendell from Manitoba? I'm gonna guess no. It's probably Bobby Clark. I'm not sure though.
I'm fairly certain. Yeah, it's Bobby Clark.
Okay. Oh, that definitely changes things. Yeah, if you got Taze, Bobby Clark, Leach, and then Keith and Patrick and Sawchuk, it's solid.
Yeah.
It's
nowhere near like.
It's not Quebec and Ontario.
And it's not Ontario.
But I mean, it's Manitoba. Like, what do you really expect? But I mean, it's still a solid crew.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And then we move over to Team Saskatchewan, where we have Pat Marleau, Ryan Getzlaff, Gordie Howe, Redden Dumba, and the beautiful, wonderful, and amazing Glenn Hall in goal.
And then you have Brain Shen, Ron Grieschner, and Brad McCrimmon as your honorable mentions. I mean, Gordie's a good choice. Patty Marleau, it's Patty Marleau. Getzlaff. The defense is
here. There's like 3,000 NHL games between Howe and Marleau.
Yeah.
Like, that's not including the other 4 people on this team.
Yeah.
There's like over 3,000 games between 2 players on your forward line.
Glenn Hall is a great pick for goalie. Getzlaff is good, but that defense is a little It's a little suspect in even the honorable mentions. But then people are gonna be like, "Well, it's Saskatchewan, and you're really shocked. Like, not even 1 million people live in the province." Also true. So if you ask the squad cast of Max and Clark, they'd probably say, "Yeah, that's a solid line from Saskatchewan," because that's Saskatchewan. Yeah. Not a lot of people there, but it's still pretty solid.
It is. And I mean, when you've got Mr. Hockey and the guy who got Mr. Hockey stick from the Hockey Hall of Fame when he broke his game record.
Yeah. Like, and then you got Hall and Net. I mean,
love that man.
It's still a good team, but
it's hard to beat Team Ontario and Team Quebec. Like, full transparency, those lineups are.
Yeah, those lineups are pretty. But like I said, also context to Saskatchewan, not a very populated province.
Yeah, but beautiful names have come from there. So.
Oh yeah, for like when you're only you're like your pro team that's not, when you're not talking like CHL, is the Saskatchewan Roughriders for the CFL. Kind of makes sense, but yeah.
All right, we've got 2 more teams left. We got Team Alberta.
Okay.
Iginla, Messier, McDonald, Makar, Niedermeyer, and Fuhr. So
this is another good one because a lot of names, a lot of good names on this list.
I mean, Cale Makar's on defense, so
with Niedermeyer, but then you have Dave Babbage, Johnny Buke. Yeah,
Buke?
Buck.
Oh,
Buke.
Oh.
And then
I can't see it. There's a thing that says slide 6 over mine. So
it's Bucyk.
I feel like that's Buke.
Okay. And then
Braden Point.
Braden Point, which is the same. But I mean, you got McDonald with that beautiful mustache that you have with the
mustache.
Yeah.
Oh, that mustache was just.
But you got Mark Messier and you got Iggy. And I mean, Grant Fuhr was just amazing for the Oilers back in the 80s.
I mean, we were talking during the Stanley Cup playoffs, like Mike Smith had a helmet made up that was like a tribute to Grant Fuhr.
Yeah.
And then had the performance that he did, and we were all joking, like, I bet Grant's like, sir, you could take my likeness off your mask, please.
Yeah, I would appreciate it if you did, but I mean, but you already got Cal Makar on there. With Niedermeyer, who won a cup with the Ducks. I mean,
just stupid good on defense. Like the front half of this lineup, like the forward line is whatever. The back end of this lineup with your goalie and your defenders, compared to like Team Ontario, Team Quebec, like
I would say even like maybe Team Atlantic, still might be pushing. Yeah. Alberta is good, but I think.
But the back end on this one,
it's pretty solid.
Like,
yeah, it's pretty solid.
Yeah, and then finally, we have Team BC.
Oh my gosh!
So we've got Paul Kariya, Steve Yzerman, Joe Sakic. I'm sorry, I can't. We've got Riley and Weber on defense and Carey Price and net. Mark Recchi, Matt Barzal, and Brent Seabrook as your honorable mentions. Like,
okay, I do have to say though, Brent Seabrook should be ahead of Shea Weber in this because it's Brent Seabrook. He did win 3 cups to Shea Weber's 0 in his career. And the fact that Mark Recchi is an honorable mention on this list it makes sense. But Paul Kariya and then 2 guys who are in the middle of one of the best hockey rivalries in the 90s, which if no one's seen the documentary yet of Unrivaled, do it.
If you haven't seen it yet, come on. What are you doing? It's summertime. Watch the documentary.
The ESPN Plus version, though, you got to watch that version because it's over 2 hours of this.
It's so good.
But Carey Price and net, I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Like that's like my only thing would be swap Weber and Seabrook. Then you got a solid decor. But I mean, come on.
Because obviously we're getting them at the peak of their career. So I'm putting like 2013 Brent Seabrook in Shea Weber's place.
100%.
Because obviously, like 2 hip surgeries, Brent Seabrook would not be so great on this line.
Well, Shea Weber's also, broken as well. But
yeah.
I would say even 15 Brent Seabrook would still be a good spot over Weber. But I mean, come on, you got Paul Correa on a forward line with Stevie Y and Joe Sakic.
I mean, realistically, Paul Correa, by proxy, was also a part of that rivalry because he did play for the Colorado Avalanche.
Yeah, until
for a brief period in time.
Yeah, until we had a lockout and we completely missed out on what would have been an absolutely insane Avalanche team with Solani and Correa on the Avs.
That team
with
would
Joe
have
Sakic.
Been insanity.
There would have been at least a couple back-to-backs or even a possible three-peat somewhere.
Yeah.
Like that team would have been basically Colorado would not would have had to wait 21 years to win a cup if they had Correa and Solani at the same time. On that roster. If there was no lockout, that would have been stupid.
That line would have been stupid good. You
have Correa and Solani with whoever they want to add on the other wing. Like, my gosh.
I mean,
I would say
stupid good.
I would say Team British Columbia, I would say that's pretty much almost
they're
up.
The sneaky,
they would be a sneaky good team for sure. Even Team Alberta is still kind of saying something too.
Yeah.
Just because of their defensive core, but I mean, I think if you're doing let's say you're putting a medal round of who'd be gold, silver, or bronze, or how would you kind of rank your top 3?
Mm-hmm.
I would almost say that maybe British Columbia could have a case for second.
I put them on the podium. So I was thinking, because I sent this to you and I was like, this would be fun to talk about. What team would you choose?
Yeah.
So you go first. Which out of the 7 teams would you choose?
Can you go back to them real quick? Because it's.
So we got Team Alberta.
Right.
We got Team Saskatchewan. We got Team Manitoba.
Okay.
We got Team Ontario.
Gosh.
Team Quebec. And Team Atlantic Canada.
Oh, now see, I would. Ontario's kind of the most easiest pick out of all of these because that entire team is just absolutely stupid just because of the forward core alone.
Yeah,
I like Team Atlantic Canada, but that Dobson and Allen kind of makes it a little ant for me.
Mm-hmm.
Quebec's got a team as well because we got Bork, Lafleur, Lemieux, Richard, and then you got Patrick Waters, your goalie. I'm gonna go with a shock factor here, or kind of a hot take-ish type team, or maybe lukewarm. I'm going with Team BC. I'm taking Team BC with Correa, Stevie Y, Sakic, Riley. You flip it for Seabrook and Carey Price. That would be a solid, sneaky team that you would have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense because, like I said, this is the sneaky dark horse. You look at the lineup and you're like, well, they're great names, but whatever. But then,
Carey Price in net, though.
Carey Price when he's not injured,
and when the Montreal Canadiens,
level.
Yeah, and when the Canadiens actually have a roster, an actual.
But even then,
roster.
Even when their roster has struggled, he's on it.
Yeah, exactly. Like I said, you swap in Seabrook for Weber. That's just
And
the fact that, like I said, you got Mark Recchi and Matt Barzal and all. There's other provinces that have somewhat decent honorable mentions.
Mm-hmm.
Team BC has a stacked honorable mention crew.
It's stacked on the ice and also in the honorable mentions.
If you look at Team Ontario and Team Quebec, it's kind of okay. Ontario, it's Mitch Marner's good. Ronnie Francis, and you got Brett Hall. But that team is just absolutely ridiculous. But even Team Quebec, though, I think Team Quebec with the fact that you have Dion, Robitaille, and Roy, that's still another solid one too. But
see, I'm going Team Quebec.
Really?
Oh yeah. So, under the understanding that we're swapping out Martin Brodeur and Patrick Waugh.
Like what we're doing with BC with
exactly.
Seabrook and Weber. Yeah.
Exactly. So, because I mean, if you think about it, like Guy Lafleur and Maurice Richard, like, come on now.
Yeah. With Super Mario.
Yeah, with Super Mario. Then you've got Bork and Letang on the back end with Waugh in net. Like,
instead of Brodeur.
Yeah, this is a team that is going to outskate you.
Yeah.
As well as outplay you.
Yeah.
Because almost everyone in this lineup is fast.
Yeah. And like I said, like, and for me, it's kind of like, yeah, I could easily pick Ontario because if we go back to Ontario real quick, like you have McDavid, you have the great one, and you got Lindros. But then like the offensive firepower of Oren Coffey with Curtis Joseph in net. Like, yeah, I mean, that team will just absolutely outscore the crap out of you, but how's that defense going to be, though, too? Because Bobby Orr was good at defense, so was Paul Coffey, but at the same time...
Yeah. Yeah, no.
How much... It's the defense might be a liability, though, because Gretzky didn't really play a lot of defense.
No.
McDavid
has like a... I won't say that it's a two-way game. It's like a 1.5 way game.
I would say about 1 and like, yeah, I'd say about 1.5.
Like, and he does play defensively a little.
Yeah.
But only if like they're in some dire straits kind of situations.
Yeah, and Lindros was mostly about, taking bodies, not really playing defense.
Yeah. So I'm going Team Quebec. You're going Team BC.
Yeah, like I said, nothing against Team Ontario. It's also kind of like that's what everyone would pick. Because it's
not
Gretzky.
Only that, it's one of those things where if you put all of those superstar powers on one line, sometimes that doesn't work out in your favor.
Yeah.
Kind of like how, they keep trying to go nuclear and pair Patrick Kane and Jonathan Toews together, and that hasn't worked in years.
That hasn't worked since like the 13 team, and even then they barely even did that.
Yeah.
I would say it was more of like the 2010 team.
Yeah. But like when you put all of your talent in one place,
yeah,
that doesn't necessarily always work out in your favor.
No, not really. So yeah, like I said, I like Team Ontario. If we're just going by names, if it was just that, sure.
Yeah.
But for actually like, all right, how would they actually work together? Like how the lines would work together?
Mm-hmm.
I would definitely say BC because of the fact you have guys like Korea who can score, but also is a playmaker. Sakic, who's the same way. CBY was the same way. But then, like, that defensive unit of Riley, who's good offensive, but really shut down defense, and the same as Brent Seabrook. Mm-hmm. Like, I think that would be a solid. That's why, like, I would rather have a sneaky dark horse out of BC than like, oh, well, I'm picking a stacked Ontario team.
Yeah, because again, like, stacked teams don't always work out in your favor.
Yeah, so, I mean that's why I keep saying about the Maple Leafs. Oh, they're so stacked with all these guys.
Quill.
Yeah, so I mean,
working out for you, Toronto.
Yeah,
but also, I mean, if you've got a bunch of guys on the front line that score but don't pass, I mean,
yeah, Quebec though.
Yeah,
there's guys who could score, but there's a lot of passing there too, though.
Mm-hmm.
Like a lot of passing on
but
that.
But there's
Quebec
passing and a lot of speed there too.
Yeah, Super Mario had ridiculous speed.
Yeah. I mean, you don't get the nickname Rocket because you're slow.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you still have Guy Lafleur too. I mean, it's just...
Yeah, just...
The fact that those two were on the same team together, how many cups Montreal won in the... Well, when it was like...
So many cups.
I mean, it was with 6 teams, but still then.
But still like, so many cups.
Yeah, a lot of cups. So, I mean, I would like, if we were able to do like that where it was like a...
Could you imagine if we built hut lines like this?
Oh, it'd be absolutely ridiculous. Like, it would be so much fun if you're able to, if you're able to just do like 5-on-5. But like, I would be curious to see though what an entire team would look like of
like
provinces,
a full lineup.
Yeah, 4 forward lines, 3 D pairings, both goalies and some scratches. Like, that would be like That would be a
Ontario and Quebec would have the two deepest.
Oh yeah.
Lines when it came to full
rosters.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be absolutely ridiculous. Like I could not imagine what that would even look like. I think even BC would be good, but I think BC would be at a certain point. I think BC would hit a wall where you're like, okay, maybe this won't. Like they would be good with this one line, but how would the rest of the team look?
Yeah. Well, just like Team Atlantic Canada, I think the first, like maybe the top 6, top 2.5, D would look really great, but then you're kind of digging into like the real role guys, the character guys, the more depth.
I would really want to see what the goaltending situation would be if Jake Allen is your best goalie out of that region. Like I really want to see what the Team Atlantic Canada would have.
Yeah,
with those guys. And like even on Team Ontario, like I like how the fact that like even guys like Eric Stahl, like the Stahl brothers weren't even honorable mentions. But of course, but I mean Team Saskatchewan, that would be so hard. I think that'd be so hard to do for Saskatchewan. Even I think Saskatchewan and Manitoba would be probably the two hardest ones to do.
Mm-hmm. You're not wrong, because I mean, not only are they less densely populated out of the provinces in Canada, but a lot less pro players have come out of there.
Yeah, exactly. Like Alberta, you can still get it done. Yeah. Like I think Alberta and BC would be the two provinces where it's still doable to get solid rosters. It's just to what extent can you get them out of? It probably would be better than Team Atlantic Canada, but that's kind of more. That would be more of like your 3-4 range of like this, like the next group after Ontario and Quebec.
I also feel like trying to set up like full lineups from that would be like trying to find like these pairings, but for each state in the US.
Oh my gosh, I couldn't even imagine.
Could you like, let's try and build a from the state of Florida line. From the state of Alaska line.
You honestly, you would have to do more of like the time zones.
Yeah. No, well, maybe not necessarily time zones, but even like the Team New England, Team Southeast, Team Midwest.
Oh, okay. So go more
Team Southwest, Team Northwest, and then like
Team California, all that.
Team non-continental US.
Hawaii and Alaska would be part of like the team. Like,
the Team California.
Team West. Yeah, something like that.
Well, no, because West you would probably have to split up between Washington, Oregon, all that stuff.
If you count the Pacific Northwest, we can probably say Oregon, Washington, Alaska. Southwest would probably go to about I would say California might be its own team unless we kind of put them in like the. Because
we know who we're picking from the state of Arizona.
Oh yeah, easily.
And if Scott Darling is not in the like mid-Atlantic region, seeing as he's from Newport News.
Yeah, even though he's easily from Illinois, but
Yeah.
Team
military life kid is a thing.
Team Midwest would be very interesting. That might be an off-season thing we do next year. Let's
build regional teams.
Let's do regional teams on for one line, but also just for like the funsies of it, like actually build rosters for the provinces.
Oh, for the provinces, I was like, oh, please don't say to do that.
Not for the state. No, the states would be that would take.
I had a moment of panic, Zach.
No, we couldn't do regions in the states because that would take. I think that'd be so hard to do.
In season 4, we would finally have a full roster for each region.
Because there's unfortunately hockey is popular in the states, but it's not where it's like there's definitely regions and then there's like regions.
Yeah, for sure.
No,
100%.
No, I would say if we're doing anything for the states in terms of what they did for the provinces, it's just we're just doing one line. Like, that would probably be it. Even then, I still think we would do like combine certain regions or just do like I said, either time zones or something like that because that would be so tough. Full rosters for that. No. I think full rosters for provinces would be so much easier.
I think there's one real pro hockey player from the state of Florida. I don't know if there's anyone from Georgia.
It's very doubtful. Like you're talking like states like Idaho, Montana.
Yeah, Nick Dowd's from Alabama.
Also true. And then you got to figure out, the Dakotas.
I'm surprised there aren't more hockey players from the Dakotas.
Because the fact there's really nothing out there, and you could easily put some hockey rinks in the Dakotas.
You could easily like ODR in the Dakotas in the winter.
Oh yeah, you would think like the University of North Dakota would be an absolute powerhouse in college hockey because they're like the only college in the state. Well, I mean, you do have your North Dakota and South Dakota schools and stuff like that, but still, even then, it's like, I don't know. But no, I think we should definitely do provinces next off season. Yeah. Do like full rosters for the provinces.
I like that a lot. Hold on. Where's the book?
Where's the book? What's in the box?
No, there's no box.
What's in the?
It's the book.
Well, I know it's in the penalty box. And your hockey players.
My sleep schedule?
Sure. Yeah. Your sleep schedule or like in your hockey players.
I mean, yeah. There are a lot of angry hockey players in penalty boxes. So
If anyone wants some humming ASMR, here you go.
Look, sometimes I hum when I write, okay? Leave me be. It's on the list.
It's on the list.
On the list. So
I'm actually kind of looking forward to doing that, to be honest.
I am too. And honestly, we're giving ourselves some time to build it up. So it's going to be legit.
Too legit. Too legit.
Do you know what this sound means?
Is it time?
It's time.
It's time.
For candidates.
Candidates.
So, as you all know, Zach and I absolutely love our candidates. We actually both have one in right now. Mm-hmm. We put them in before we hit record. Candidates is a full CBD product. It is a pouch that you just tuck up in your lip, just like you would a tobacco dip, but there's no tobacco. It is just hemp and CBD. Each pouch has 10 milligrams of CBD. They are absolutely fantastic. The flavors are amazing. And
it's so good.
When you go to purchase your candidates, because we're not going to say if anymore, we're going to say when, because we know you're going to go to candidatecbd.com/bellyup20, and our network sponsor is going to give you 20% off of your order, which is fantastic. You can get flavors like citrus or
pina colada
or blue dream
or the palmy. If you want some argyle, watermelon,
and of course Zach and I's favorite, strawberry cough.
It's good. I would definitely say watermelon and the pina colada are my favorite too. But yeah, the strawberry cough is pretty decent. I finally got strawberry cough done. So
nice.
Yeah.
So
the mango is pretty good too.
I've not had the mango. I have the papaya. The papaya is good.
I need to get the papaya. I'm really sad I missed out on the peach.
So good. So head on over to candidatecbd.com/bellyup20 and get your things. Their shipping is discreet. They are super duper fast, and they will get you taken care of for all of your CBD pouch needs. And oh, by the way, I don't know why I forgot to mention this. It's my favorite part. You don't have to spit. Have you seen Zach and I spit this entire episode? You don't need a dip cup. You don't need to worry about having a spitter. You can swallow your spit with this. It's wonderful.
Don't swallow the pouch, though.
Don't swallow the pouch. Only your spit. Don't swallow the pouch. That's not healthy.
Well, also, Beth, we need to tell them about the very cool and fancy secret compartment on the things too.
Tell them, Zachary.
So
here, I'm gonna spotlight you so you can have a full presentation.
So basically, wrong one.
I don't know.
Way to go. So you have your normal can, so you pop it open. You got your, you got all your nice little pouches in there. But the cool thing is on the actual other lid, they have a thing where it's boom. Now you have a secret compartment. So if let's say you're out somewhere, you can't really throw your dip down because don't be disgusting. Don't throw it on the ground. If there's no trash can around, pop the top of your tin, little compartment, and boom, you just discard it in there. And later on, throw it out. You're good to go. but it's only on the plastic ones. It's not the metal ones they don't have, but if you get the plastic ones, like I said, they got a little secret compartment for you to dispose of your dips. Because don't litter on the earth. Just don't.
Don't be a jerk. Don't litter.
Don't be that person.
Let me get on my soapbox real quick. Hold on.
Okay, hold on. I don't have my popcorn. I don't have my tea. Darn it. You didn't tell me this was going to happen.
I'm so sorry. It just dawned on me. Like, this is just a thing, and I have to say it because it drives me insane. Humans of the world, people, listen to me. Stop, for all that is holy in the world, letting balloons fly into the sky. I understand the sentiment. Stop releasing balloons. Stop it. You want to know why? Because they end up in the ocean. And you want to know what happens when they end up in the ocean? Sea turtles eat them, and dolphins eat them, and fishies eat them. And we don't love this for them because we need a healthy ocean. So stop it. Just stop it. It's sea turtle. It's baby sea turtle season in Florida right now.
Oh, okay.
So there's lots of like messages about this. And then you mentioned littering.
Yeah.
And you know how my brain works.
Yeah.
Like, especially if you've lost a loved one, like I understand. I've lost many people in my life. I understand wanting to send messages to heaven. Plant a tree, make a garden, do something that will be something that you can visit often instead of just basically littering and polluting the ocean. Plant a tree, have a garden, do something really awesome that you can visit and your loved ones can visit as well. I am now going to remove myself from my box. I'm just going to scrunch back down here. Stop releasing balloons.
So basically, thank you for attending your TED Talk.
Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Stop hurting the baby turtles.
They're really cute, though.
They're so cute.
I actually have a tattoo of a Hawaiian turtle on the back of my leg.
A honu.
Yes. It's actually in that like Hawaiian style, you know. So
yes,
yeah,
because in Hawaii, sea turtles are called honu.
Been there a few times. I really like it there. If I would say if you ever get a chance to go to Hawaii, go to the Big Island because it's not if you like touristy stuff, Honolulu is okay. If you kind of want to have like that mix of like touristy but more of like a laid back type vibe, Kauai is really nice.
I've heard good things.
Yes, but if you want to go full like you want to chill, not be really touristy, but you kind of want to like, you know, do your own thing and kind of vibe out, the Big Island is the best place to go.
Yeah,
they got black sand beaches. They have the Kona Brewing Company. You know Kona, the Kona beer and stuff. They have a brewery on site, and they actually have a pizza. They have a pizza place attached to it. It's super good. So you basically get the beer from the source, and you get pizza with it. But like they got Time of Bahamas. They got a whole bunch of stuff out there, like the actual restaurant Time of Bahamas. So.
I'm pretty sure pizza is my love language.
Yeah, I could eat. Basically, we were on Spaces today talking about like what would your favorite food be, and it's like yes, because all food is good.
What is your favorite food? The answer is yes. Food is my favorite food.
Like if you give me Tokyo Grill or like any type of Asian place, okay, I'll do that. Or if it's like Mexican stuff like that, no. For me, like I could literally eat pasta and pizza almost every day, and I would never get sick of it because I used to work at a pizza joint, and people are like, "How are you not sick of pizza?" I'm like, "It's pizza. How do you get sick of it?"
See, for me, the only right answer is tacos because you can taco anything. You can breakfast taco, you can lunch taco, you can dinner taco, you can taco pizza.
Yeah, you can actually taco dessert too. I've seen it.
You can taco dessert. They have Choco tacos. I mean, you can literally taco anything. They've
actually discontinued the Choco taco.
I know, but you know what I mean? Like,
but honestly, I've had dessert tacos before where like it's not the actual like not the taco shell you think of, but it's more of like that like crepe type shell with some ice cream. Yeah, then you put some ice cream on the inside of it with some don't get me started on dessert tacos because
but literally so good. You can taco anything.
And it's not a sandwich. Do not ask us.
Tacos are not sandwiches.
And neither are hot dogs if we're going
Hot dogs
there.
Are sandwiches.
Don't you start. Don't you start.
You're the one who started it. Like you brought up tacos being not a sandwich, and then
because they're not. Because people have asked, is taco a sandwich? And it's not. And
neither is not a sandwich.
A hot dog is not a sandwich.
Hot dogs are a sandwich.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
You cannot tell me otherwise that it's. You can't tell me that's a sandwich because it's not.
Meat in between bread, sandwich.
Okay, taco, meat inside the middle.
Yes, but a tortilla is not technically bread.
Also very true. Well, yeah, because even if you get a soft shell, it still doesn't count. So
yes, but
I get
also
what you're
tortillas
saying.
are not yeast.
Also true.
They're not yeasted.
Dang it, I want tacos. That does
Then
sound
get
good.
tacos.
I already got dinner though.
You inspired me. I just ordered Zaxby's.
Hey, Zaxby's was good though.
And I got a house salad, grilled with blackened seasoning, light vinaigrette. And to treat myself because I'm tired and hungry, I got fries.
Yeah, fries. Mm-hmm. Their fried pickles are actually pretty good too.
I hate pickles.
I don't mind pickles if it's on a sandwich. Depends on what sandwich it is, but if it's fried pickles, totally fine. Because
it's the vinegar.
That makes sense.
It makes me nauseous. Like vinaigrette doesn't because it's mixed with other things.
Yeah. Oh, so basically,
like straight vinegar is like.
So basically, so if you get fish and chips, do not put that. Don't do with the no malt vinegar on the chips.
Like when we used to go to Long John Silver's when I was a kid, we would have to go through the drive-through or pick it up and like bring it home because the smell of malt vinegar, like I couldn't eat.
I get that. That makes sense, but
it's not good.
Unfortunately, here we don't really have a lot of fish and chip places.
Yeah.
So it's very. When I get a chance, I have to have it because so good.
For sure. So before we wrap up season 1, we would be remiss if we did not share the PHF free agent signing update.
PHF free agent signing update.
Let's go. So, not shocking to anyone, the Buffalo Beauts are currently leading the number of people on their roster with 20.
I mean, I'm a little bit shocked.
They have 20 people rostered as of today, the 14th of August. They have 5 available roster spots left. Coming in at second place is the Metropolitan Riveters. They have 18 people rostered at this point in time. So they're starting to fill up as well. And then here comes the surprise. Are you ready for this, sir?
I guess.
In third place with 16 signings is PHF Montreal.
Parlez-vous français?
Oui, je parle français et tout.
Just like
et toi? Et toi?
Like Montreal just comes out of the gates like, yeah, we're not going to mess around. We're actually going to
We're not going to mess around. We're coming for the cup. Like.
So what you're saying is Izzy might be going to Canada.
Probably before Stanley.
Oh, you're not wrong.
Where's the lie?
No lies detected.
So they've got 16 people on their roster already, and they've like officially been a team for like 3 weeks.
I'm just ready for the name and the colors of the logo to show up because
selfishly, I don't want them to go Canadiens colors. I want them to go more the Nordique side.
That would be fantastic. That would be an excellent.
Like, because the Montreal Canadiens already existed
from the CWHL.
I want them to go Nordiques. Could you imagine? Like that color scheme, the fleur-de-lis coming back.
Oh my goodness.
Beauty.
That would be
beauty.
Yeah, you'd be really remiss to not like. I'd be surprised if people who have originally have their own teams not go get a Montreal jersey just for the sake of having a Montreal jersey. Because
here's the thing, like you automatically hook in all the Avalanche fans too.
You would. Yeah, you would. That would be something.
Next, with 15 signings, who are you thinking?
The Whale.
Incorrect.
The Riveters?
The Toronto 6. The Riveters were number 2.
Oh, that's right. What day is it again?
It is Sunday, and we are both exhausted. So the Riveters are coming in at 4th with 15 signings. So they're really starting to shape up. And next with 14 signings, we have the Minnesota Whitecaps. And finally, tied for 6th place, we have the Connecticut Whale, who did not announce a single signing in the month of July and have yet to do so in the month of August with 12. And the Boston Pride with 12, who announced all of their signings in the month of July.
Because, of course, it's Boston. They got to be extra about it. Because they got to be extra about it.
Of course. But things are starting to shape up. I mean, we're still a couple months out from the season. We've got free agency camps, et cetera, that are going to be happening. We've got players
logos
moving on.
Yeah. Also logos, names, all that good stuff.
Oh, I'm so excited. Hopefully we have like really cool stuff to talk about for season 1, episode 1 in September.
You mean season 2, episode 1?
That's what I meant. You know what I meant. Look, can you see me fading? Like,
oh yeah, no, you've seen me all episode. I ain't doing too hot either, Chief.
I'm not struggling. Like,
but going back to Colorado real quick, how sick would it be to have I almost said CWHL and I almost said WHL.
PHF.
Thank you. How sick would it be to have a PHF team in Denver?
That would be sweet.
I could see JJ, Jared, Bailey, all our crew over there that are in Denver, just easily becoming Denver PHF fans.
Oh, for sure.
I'm curious to see if Shaggy Von Du would jump off that. I wonder if he would jump
I don't think
ship.
he would.
You don't think so?
Mm-mm.
You might adopt him as a second team, though.
Yeah, I mean, it happens.
Yeah. But imagine a PHF team in Denver, though. A PHF team in Avs colors? Oh, my.
Yeah. I was talking to a coworker the other day. We have this thing. It's called Don't Mind a Beignet. And it's like a French English, like they want to teach French. I want to learn French. Yeah. So I ended up connecting with a Montreal Canadiens fan who's in Montreal. And he taught me a bunch of hockey words. And we ended up talking about Marie-Philippe Poulin and PHF Montreal during our meeting. Because he was like, well, I'd heard like talk that the team was coming. I was like, oh, no, it's official. They're not coming. They're here. And he was like, I'm going to go check it out.
There you go.
Score another one for the PHF.
Nice. So PHF, if you're listening,
I got you.
Well, I was saying, can we be your ambassadors?
Let's do it.
Ambassador.
I mean, we kind of already are.
True, but officially official. Think about presented by at the bottom, and then it has a little PHF logo next to it.
Oh,
okay. I mean, hey, PHF Montreal already added us to one of their tweets,
and I got a little misty-eyed for that.
And we are also followed by one, maybe two teams. Well, two teams. Two. Yeah, Montreal and Boston.
Oh, Boston.
Montreal and Boston. Connecticut Whale.
Whale.
Where are you at?
Friends.
We are. The mood is very krilled right now.
The mood is very krilled, but we're also both exhausted. So
I'm not having a really good time right. Well, I actually am having a really.
I'm having a really good time because we're talking about hockey. I'm not having a really good time because I'm trying not to like pass out on my desk.
Yeah. So this is not an hour and a half. It's going to be about an hour-ish.
Yeah.
But
we love you guys. However, we are very tired. So
we're
gonna wrap this up and give you guys a present for the end of season 1, and that is a little bit extra time back for your day, where you can go listen to many other Belly Up Media podcasts. We actually have a new home for our podcast as well. If you want to explore some of the other offerings that our network has, we have the Belly Up and Friends podcast network, and we're on there. So you can catch us in the rotation with our friends from No Credentials Required and FN Sports, a whole bunch of other ones. Those are the only two I can remember off the top of my head right now.
Oh man, we got
Barrett, I think, is on there.
Yeah,
Captain Lou Experience.
Chair Gaten's on there. We got Rambling About Racing. Unbearable Sports, which is a Chicago Bears podcast.
Bears.
Bears.
But yeah, there's
Mile High Pundit and the Search Cast. So
you and our boys all on there. So
as the hockey department head, I could not talk about our other amazing hockey podcast.
And so if you go to anywhere you find podcasts, if you don't want to listen to us, like just our channel, and you want to discover new podcasts,
you should
new shows.
You should listen to us, but
of course. However, here's the thing. It still counts for us because we upload the episodes. So our individual episodes, they count for us. So you can find us on Belly Up and Friends. You can find us at bellyup.tv, where we have our own on-demand TV channel. You can also find our friend Zach over here on the socials. Where can the people find you, Zachary?
People can find me at the One True Zach. That's only True Zach. It's spelled out like one, but not the number one itself.
Okay.
Beth, where can people find you on the socials?
They can find me on Twitter at WonderBeffers. And you can find our podcast on Twitter and Instagram at Talk WoHawkin Pod. And any questions, comments, concerns, guest appearances, you can slide into our podcast DMs, or you can send us an email at letstalkwohawkin@gmail.com.
And we also might have a giveaway that we're officially going to announce relatively soon.
We should do that.
Maybe that'll be the kickoff for season 2, episode 1. Officially announcing
the giveaway, because apparently y'all don't like to send emails. It's fine.
Yeah, the first one did not work out so well, so we're going to retry this again.
We're going to do it
but on social media this time.
We'll get it figured out. So
we hit all the numbers. It's just now we actually have to
give the stuff away. People don't want our free things. It's weird. I don't know
why people don't want free stuff. I would like free stuff.
Same. So for this, the 20th episode of Let's Talk WoHawkin, the Brandon Saad man-child was a Chicago Blackhawk twice episode.
The Saad father.
The Saad father, the man-child.
Who come here on the day of my Stanley Cup parade
to ask me on this the day. I have been Beth. That has been my dude Zach. We will see you guys in a couple weeks for episode 1 of season number 2 of Let's Talk WoHawkin. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you for watching this Belly Up Media production. Some said we'd go belly up, so we made it our name. And we're still here. Ha!